We were treated to a nice afternoon after a stormy start for our Saturday. Let's just dive right into the forecast, starting with actually where we've been throughout the course of the day. We rewind the time-lapse from indigo sky outside of Seneca, Missouri. Quite the start the overnight. Then that parade of rain and thunderstorms worked over the casino grounds outside of Seneca. And in its wake, thankfully, we were treated to a pretty good afternoon with partly sunny skies and a bit of a relief from the heat that made its return on Friday to start this weekend out. But that Seneca wasn't the only spot that picked up quite a bit of rain. Much of the area averaged out about over an inch of rainfall. But where we see the heavier pockets of rain north and east in Nevada, pushing almost 5 inches according to radar estimates, that was actually enough to trigger some flash flood warnings in northeastern parts of Vernon County, also parts of St. Clair and Cedar counties earlier this morning. But things have been calm for much of the day. But in the short term, I'm keeping an eye on these thunderstorms from Ponca City almost down to Oklahoma City, Chandler, Kearney, and then picking back up around Tulsa. Most of these are going to stay south, but I would not be surprised if a few of these guys try to sneak in overnight. Nothing too concerning with those storms if they can hold together along the journey. On top of that, heat advisories for northeast Oklahoma until 8 o'clock. So it's going to be definitely hot and humid in that part of the four-state region, while everyone else just stays pretty much hot as we go back into the 90s tomorrow. It's a shame, too, because after we started in the lower 90s for this weekend on Friday, the rain forced us back down to 70 this morning, and thankfully we enjoyed highs around 87 this afternoon. At least we're looking okay now in Joplin. 77 feels just a hair warmer, like 78 degrees, thanks to a dew point sitting in the lower 70s, and it gives you an idea where temperatures will eventually drop as we go throughout the night. So most of us now mid to upper 70s, might feel like the upper 70s to near 80 thanks to the humidity that's still out there, and it will be some humidity that will allow some cloud cover out west to roll on in, and maybe a couple of those thunderstorms out of north central, northeastern Oklahoma. But again, most of that action is going to be running right along the front, parked just to the south of the region. Unfortunately, this is going to start working back to the north tomorrow. Why? The upper low that brought the front in is now north of Winnipeg. Now that we're seeing the upper level ridge to the south build in, not only will that push that front back to the north tomorrow, that's going to make sure we look at a hot week ahead of us. So through the overnight, some cloud cover working in, maybe a couple showers or storms out of northeastern Oklahoma, but most of us will be dry as we drop back to about 71 first thing in the morning. I think we're dry to start the afternoon out, but as that front continues to work back through the region northward, can't rule out maybe a few thunderstorms or a few showers in the afternoon. 71 in the morning, 86 by noon, afternoon highs around 93. Now in terms of the humidity, most of us will be temperature-wise in the lower 90s for tomorrow. Not so humid in southeast Kansas and southwest Missouri, but this is why the heat advisories are out in northeast Oklahoma. It's going to feel at least like 105 degrees as we go into tomorrow afternoon. Pushing mid-90s all across the region on Monday, and with this upper ridge locked in, it is going to keep us dry through Wednesday, and it'll keep us hot and humid. 96 on Monday, 98 for Tuesday. We'll hopefully drop back into the lower 90s by the end of the week, Mike. But to give you an idea how bad 98 degrees is alone, if you park a car outside for 30 minutes, the inside will reach 132 in just half an hour's time.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Scary stuff.